news teams taking action for you. KIMA KEPR Action News starts now.
Coming up this morning on Action News, a reckless driver is behind bars after a mechanical failure ended his escape from police. It was a short chase, but after it was over, a search of the car revealed more of the driver's illegal activity. We'll share the details. Plus, we talk the Lamb Weston Job Fair. 25 employers are looking to get some 375 people back to work after losing their jobs when the Connell potato plant closed. We'll hear from organizers who say this is a crucial job fair. We'll also talk when one will happen in Connell. We'll have that story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, in the world of weather, things seem a little bit kind of calmer this morning. There wasn't a whole lot of raindrops, and the wind really died down this morning as well.
Sure.
I know it got pretty breezy in the afternoon, evening hours.
Yeah, and we are seeing that calmer weather this morning, and it is going to stay calm throughout the course of the day. Mostly sunny skies. It's going to be a bit cool today, but seasonal. Still cooler than we saw yesterday and much cooler than we saw this weekend, but it will be a seasonal afternoon coming our way, a calm day coming our way, and really we are going to stay fairly calm for a majority of the rest of the week. It is as we get to the weekend that we are going to be welcoming back active weather to eastern Washington and northeast Oregon. But right now, looking out over Yakima, the big story is these chilly temperatures. Check this out. In Yakima this morning, we are down to 30 degrees below freezing. Wear that jacket out the door today. It would not surprise me at all to see these temperatures dip down to the 20s in the next couple of hours. Here's a look at your weather headlines today. It is going to be a mostly sunny and mild seasonal Tuesday coming our way. Temperatures are going to be turning cooler as soon as tomorrow, and then we do have those aforementioned shower chances returning this weekend. We'll talk more about all three of these weather headlines coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Yakima County. A White Swan man is headed to federal prison for choking and assaulting his then 26-week pregnant girlfriend. Braden Scott Higgins was sentenced to nearly 3 months in federal prison and will also be on 3 years of supervised release after his prison sentence. Federal prosecutors say in September of last year, Higgins choked his girlfriend and threatened her with a knife. They say the choking and assault only stopped when the couple's young child walked into the room. The case was investigated by the FBI and the Yakima Nation Police. A reckless driver tries to escape from authorities, but his car apparently couldn't handle it. Take a look at these pictures posted by the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Deputies say they noticed the man driving recklessly on Pasco-Colotis Road near Jake Road. When they tried to stop his Audi, he led deputies on a short chase, but his car broke down. Deputies say when they searched it, they found guns, illegal drugs, and a plethora of stolen property. Pasco Police and Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife Police also helped bring the pursuit to an end. Yakima County Sheriff's deputies are releasing new information about a deadly side-by-side crash that happened on October 12th. It happened in the area of Rimrock Lake at the base of the short and dirty trail near the South Fork of the Tieton Reservoir Road. Investigators say the side-by-side had rolled about 250 feet down a steep embankment, and they say 23-year-old Maritza Madrid Gonzalez died at the scene, and adding that they suspect alcohol played a role in the crash. Deputies are still investigating. A Milton Freewater man is facing possible drunk driving charges after Washington State troopers say he caused a head-on crash that blocked traffic on Highway 12 for hours. Troopers say the 41-year-old man was westbound on Highway 12, 3 miles west of Tucci, just before 1:30 yesterday afternoon when he crossed the center line and collided head-on with a vehicle going the opposite direction. The 41-year-old, along with 2 other people in his car, were injured and taken to the hospitals in Walla Walla and Tri-Cities. The driver of the vehicle that was hit was also injured and taken to a hospital in the Tri-Cities. Troopers say drugs and/or alcohol played a factor in the crash. And police in Ellensburg want you to be on the lookout for some small devices that someone is putting on the streets that can flatten your tires. The devices are called caltrops, and they're like stop sticks. A viewer reached out to us saying these devices have been found in the West Valley area, not the Ellensburg area. Sorry about that, folks. And within the Yakima city limits, we reached out to the Yakima Police Department about this, and they said if you see caltrops on the street, or if you're a victim of them, they want you to report it to them right away so they can investigate. It's National School Bus Safety Week. This is where the Ellensburg Police come in because they're them, along with the U.S. Department of Transportation, Traffic Safety Administration, want to remind all drivers to slow down and stay alert around school buses. While school buses are one of the safest ways to transport students, accidents can still happen. Sadly, many of these incidents occur when drivers fail to stop for the bus's extended stop signs or ignore local traffic laws. Police want to remind you that when you see a bus, to remember to slow down, pay attention, and help keep students safe. Here's a gist of when you must stop for a bus. In a 2-lane street, all drivers must stop regardless of which direction you're going. In a multi-lane road with at least 3 lanes going the same direction, or a divided road, cars going the same direction as the bus must stop. The other drivers going the opposite direction should slow down and proceed with caution. On to that job fair yesterday with over 25 employers specifically created to help those affected by the Lamb Weston plant closure in Connell. On October 1st, the city of Connell lost its second largest employer, the Lamb Weston potato plant, and this left around 375 people without a job. To help assist those people, WorkSource partnered with Columbia Basin College to host a job fair in Pasco. We're told by organizers, this effort is crucial for more reasons than one.
It's important because we're human and we need to be human to each other, right? We need to help our neighbor, our fellow brother, our sisters, whatever. But most importantly, it's because if we do not mobilize and quickly react to something like this, an event of this proportion, then it affects the overall local economy, both workforce-based and just monetarily.
I was there for 7 years. I was a maintenance receiver, and here I am. I'm trying to find another job to keep going.
If you weren't able to make it yesterday, Connell is holding a job fair this Friday. You can find those details up on our website, KEPRTV.com. And the Pasco School District needs bus drivers. Today, there's a job fair with on-the-spot interviews where applicants can have the opportunity to begin the hiring process right away. Some of the benefits listed: flexible schedules, summers off, winter break off, training, and competitive pay. The bus driver hiring event is from 7 this morning until 2:30 p.m. at Edgar Brown Stadium in Pasco. Interested applicants should bring their resume and be prepared to interview right then and there. Sunnyside is welcoming a new addition to its community with the opening of Luxe Beauty Lounge. City council members and staff attended the ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate the arrival of the new business. City manager in Sunnyside, Mike Gonzalez, said this is part of a broader effort to bring more business to Sunnyside.
Without small business, we can't have a city. They provide services, they provide jobs, obviously sales tax revenue to support the functions of a city. So it's a really symbiotic relationship, and I'm just so happy and proud for them that they were able to open today.
As more businesses like Luxe open their doors, Sunnyside is steadily growing and evolving, reflecting the city's ongoing efforts to attract new businesses and enhance its local economy. And with that, let's jump right over to meteorologist Jefferson Donovan. Jefferson, we saw a little bit of clear up yesterday afternoon when some of that rain kind of passed by. Are we expecting clear skies today?
Yes. Today is going to be a mostly sunny day. Now, not quite as warm as yesterday and certainly not as warm as we did see this weekend, but it is going to be a fairly nice day, all things considered. These high temperatures are going to be right around average. Look for upper 50s to low 60s in the forecast area today as everybody sees mostly sunny skies. We will talk about when clouds could thicken up and when our next chance of showers will arrive, all straight ahead.
Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:08. Coming up on KEPR KIMA this morning, more local news. The Salvation Army in Yakima is expanding, aiming to service the growing needs of the community. The plan is expected to get started next year and will feature multiple buildings. In a few minutes, we'll break it down. But later in the show, top stories, the White House is deeply concerned about the possible leak of American intelligence about Israel's plan for an attack on Iran. Mark's top secret, those documents were found in the Telegram messaging app. Federal agencies are investigating. We have to take a quick break, though, but stay with us. The show is just getting started this hour.